How y'all doing? Welcome to the Reality or Not podcast. It's your boy DJ Reality, aka Reality No Question. And you got your boy Ed over here, homeboy from all the way from high school and on. And we just wanted to get some conversations going out. We want to keep this podcast fun and energetic and unapologetic as well. Ed, you got a little introduction that you want to give?
No.
Well, fucking in like fucking though. You want to get in? Want to start within the conversations? What's some stuff that's popping right now? We got the Kendrick album that just dropped. Ed, how you feel about that album?
I'm still listening to it, figuring it out. It's cool. It's cool. It's not a bad album. I think I like the first joint, Whacked Out Murals. I'm not saying that right, but whatever.
Whack ass mirrors or
Murals.
Wiped out murals, whacked ass mirrors.
Yeah, something.
I know it got 2 seasons. I don't know if he claiming blood or Crip or what, but
man, he might be now because it was something else he said too that took off. Who cares? Man at the Garden. I'm kind of looking at the Reincarnated just because I like that Made Niggas beat. So then the Heart Part 6, I guess you're supposed to like because he's in depth talking about, I don't know, stuff, TDE. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I gotta give it probably a few listens. I know some people said it's a classic off rip, and I don't believe that necessarily.
Niggas be on some bullshit. Yeah. Hey, so the first song, what's it called? The Murals.
Yeah, Whacked. Yeah.
So Wiped Out. What's it called?
No, it's called Whacked Out.
Oh, Whacked Out. Oh, Whacked Out Murals. Yeah. So, how do you feel about? Because Wayne right now is kind of talking and saying that, he kind of feel like he poking the bear with Kendrick with that line. Like, do you, for one, I'll just give my opinion first and then I ask yours, but I didn't really see Kendrick like going at him. I think he was just more so just talking and rapping. And honestly, I think Kendrick will do the same thing to Wayne that he'll do to Drake. I do feel like Drake could have, came back a little bit better, from Not Like Us, but he just didn't. But right. All that being said, like, do you feel like that was a line that poked at Kendrick to get him, or to poke that Lil Wayne to get him outside? And if so, do you think Lil Wayne got the potential to be able to handle that? So
no, he doesn't. I ain't the big Wayne fan that like everybody else is. He ain't in my top 5. I think his big stretch came when it was talks about like somebody writing for him. But what beef has Wayne ever been in? Mm-hmm. That like I don't see Wayne talking about somebody poked the bear. Ain't nobody, man, he ain't no bear, man. He like, I mean, a teddy bear maybe, but like, come on, man.
A huggy bear.
Yeah, a huggy bear. Like
Teddy Ruxpin.
Man, yeah, he ain't
little bitch.
Yeah, he ain't cocaine bear. I mean, he probably a cert bear, and he gonna be like somewhere knocked out on lean. Like, but Wayne ain't. Everybody think Wayne should have got the Super Bowl because it was in New Orleans, but I mean, honestly, like, what's the Lil Wayne show gonna even look like if he was down in New Orleans? Like, man, Kendrick earned it, and like I think it was on that same joint. Another joint, he said like Nas was the only one that congratulated him. Mm-hmm. Man, like, come on, man, that's hip hop, man. Like, if we get somebody in hip hop like performing on the Super Bowl, man, that's kudos. Like, whoever it is, if Drake would have got it, like, I'm more of a Kendrick fan than a Drake fan, but I would have checked out when Drake got it. When Drake got it last year, I checked it out for Drake. Mm. Like, man, as whack as I feel about Ja Rule, if they somehow fucked around about Ja Rule out, man, I'd watch it and see Lil Mo come out, sing some songs.
Yeah, shit, I fuck with Ashanti on some shit. So
I fuck with her on practically everything.
So back to the Super Bowl shit. Like, do you think, like, because I'm thinking of Lil Wayne's catalog. Do you think his catalog has it? Now, don't get me wrong, Lil Wayne has songs, he got features, he got all that shit, but I don't see like no shit from him that I'm like, I mean, he could bring Hot Boys out, but I mean, I know from a family, and Super Bowl is kind of being seen like that. Like, do you see like any quote unquote family friendly? I mean, Make the Pussy Gushy for You. I can't really think of nothing like
Back That Ass Up.
Yeah, I can't think of no family friendly songs like type of shit that actually makes sense for the Super Bowl. So I mean, and granted, and they try to blame this shit on like Jay-Z and say that, well, Jay-Z is the one that did it, but they got a whole group. Like they always focus it on the black person rather than the actual people that make those decisions.
Right.
So it's like, well, like even going all the way back to LL and Method Man having beef with Def Jam and putting out his albums, it wasn't always Jay-Z. You could look at L.A. Reid, you could look at other people that's within that boardroom. And I don't know if y'all ever saw that video with Dame Dash walking in on the Rockefeller shit, like, yo, like, what the fuck y'all having meetings and nobody in here representing?
Yep.
It's shit like that really, and you look around that room and when none of us up in there, it was maybe one, the rest of them is like not like us,
Cohen,
so how do you feel like Wayne has a catalog that can make sense for that for the Super Bowl?
No, not really, because as you were saying, I was trying to think of a joint that he had that would even. Not for real. And like you said, like not family friendly. Like I think Kendrick has his catalog is deeper than that. Like there's a few artists' catalog that are deeper than Wayne's as far as being Super Bowl friendly. I think even what you said, like you think about the people in the room, like making those decisions. Like man, Jay just one person. Like. Man, if Jay had his choice, man, Bleak would probably be performing at the Super Bowl for us. Like, I mean, so Jay ain't got
my boy
that
Jace would not go with that shit. That nigga, I send that, and nigga, I get more Bleak news. Whenever I get some Bleak news, I send that shit straight to my boy Jace. My nigga be like, why you tagging me on this shit? I send that shit to him every single time. Yeah. Every time, like, cause I love, like, not to pivot the conversation, but when that motherfucker interview, Bleak got the hottest interviews.
He got stories.
But albums, I mean, I ain't gonna go. But his interviews be fire. Yeah. Like the stories he tell are fire. But motherfucker, if Jay-Z put motherfucking Myth Bleak on the motherfucking Super Bowl, had a nigga doing what? Is that your bitch? Like you're like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, so man. But yeah, I mean, I feel what you're saying though. I mean, it's just like. Even at, like I said, the Hot Boys, like, and honestly, if them niggas, like, they can still. I don't know how it'll work out between, Wayne and Drake and all that stuff, but, it's not like he can't bring them out as a special guest. I mean, it just literally comes down to, alliances and stuff like that. And from what I've heard is that they said that Drake turned down the Super Bowl like the past 2 years.
Okay.
So it's like, I do think Drake has the catalog to be able to do the Super Bowl, but honestly, from the who's up and who's down, I mean, fucking, what's his name? Kendrick is fucking winning this year. Like this is his fucking year, and now it's just going. I don't know. It's just like with Wayne. Back to the Wayne conversation. Does it even? We need to just not stop paying attention and just let Kendrick ride this out and then, take advantage of the Super Bowl and keep it moving.
Yeah. So Wayne is, I don't know, man. Wayne just talking. Like, I don't take Wayne seriously. Like, man, I just had, like, just hope Pusha come up and put him back in the ground if necessary. Don't even.
He had a nice little joint against Pusha back in the day. What was, I can't remember the name of it, but, had a nice little diss towards him. I can't remember. Then he had the little the Louisiana that was against 50. I mean, it was just kind of like one little shot, but it But I still don't see him as a battle rapper or anything like that. And honestly, I really don't even see Kendrick as a battle rapper. But Kendrick showed he showed me a lot more than what I thought of him as an artist. Yeah, I thought he was just this. Because at first, honestly, even within the whole beef. Listening to was it six all of the beef songs.
Yep.
It was kind of like, okay, I don't need you to mathematician me with lyrics. I just need y'all to just go at each other. And then it was kind of like head to head as we were saying before. But when they got into it and finally, when Not Like Us came, and I was like the bomb that just shut everything down.
He just dropped a bop on him, and like Drake maybe could have tried coming back, but I mean, it's like we talking about yesterday. Like you think about when the Meek Mill Drake battle, man. Once Drake dropped back to back, man, Meek was dead.
Yeah, it was over.
And that's the kind of thing with like Not Like Us. Like, I mean, Drake to me would have been
is that your girl tour or your world tour?
Yeah.
Like it's like, what could you say? I mean, Nick, he couldn't bounce back from that.
Nah,
you know?
and it's the same thing that Not Like Us, like Drake kind of got hit with a dose of his own medicine. Like Kendrick just dropped something that like is. I mean, I remember when the drops, people was talking about, man, we can't wait till Marching Man season come along. Like, man, it's gonna go off at the Super Bowl. Like it's kind of like back to back. It's the joint that like diss tracks normally aren't like pop songs or hitting pop culture like that. That's what Not Like Us became. Just like the back-to-back joint. So, like, I didn't necessarily think Kendrick had it in him either. I think we talked about it. I thought, for the most part, the battle was even. If you go bar for bar, it probably is still somewhat even. It's just that Kendrick, like, man, you know, if it's boxing, Kendrick just got, like, a hit. That good hit, that one hit you need to do the knockout, and Drake was out. But...
And never, I mean, you know, he's dropped some songs here and there, but, I mean, I feel like he's going to, you know, pop back out. Honestly, I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, well, if I was Drake and if I was Lil Wayne, I mean, what I would end up doing, they could have my idea, whatever. I don't care. I don't own that shit. But, like, I feel like them niggas, I would drop an album, collaboration album on Super Bowl and throw the biggest party on motherfucking Super Bowl in Louisiana with all my New Orleans folks. Take all they crowd and say, fuck Kendrick and just do their own shit, because it's like, I mean, you gotta build within your alliances. Like, if you look at it like shit, even when Drake was getting hit, like at first, nigga, when that shit first started, you had Rick Ross with disses, you had fucking The Weeknd had a diss out and shit, and I'm like, god damn, like, and then it felt like Kendrick was like, nah, hey, y'all go sit your ass down. Let me handle this, and that's how they kept it moving. But nah, he's got to align with the folks. He need to get motherfucking 21 Savage, 2 Chainz, all the niggas that Kendrick mentioned on the diss record, and say, hey, look, these niggas still fucking with me, and we having a big ass party. Do that shit like 50 did in Shreveport a couple months ago or a few months ago for his studio, and win like that, because the niggas ain't winning right now, and they looking bad in the public.
They are. That's a good idea, though. Like, doing something down there in New Orleans. I mean, shit, if Jay was still beefing with Nas and they did, that's some shit Jay would do. Like, they'd be up in New York. Jay would, like, get some... That's the same thing that we talk about. I mean, that little level of pettiness, though, is like Jay, like, seeming to drop albums around the time Nas was dropping albums. Like, dang, like, Drake got that pettiness in him to do it, though. If you think about it. I could see Drake doing that.
Hey, I got a favor from you. So
I don't do favors.
You don't do favors? Well, fuck it then. I mean, it's a favor for you. So I mean, it'll eventually work in your end. So I wanted to do a segment, and within this segment, it's like, so it's all these, you know, people that we looked up to and wanted, you know, as we were growing up and all that stuff. So, like, I want you to give 2 minutes to Nia Long.
Oh, man, you talking about the love of my life?
Yeah.
My first and only love.
The one that almost got away.
Man, first saw her, what, 91, Boys in the Hood.
Oh, God.
Little itty bitty joint.
She had some small titties, though. Like,
she did.
I don't even think that was her. Like, she's laid on her back and shit. Yeah. And I'm like, why she got Cuba getting on this? Like that nigga, and man, speaking of that now, hold on a 2 minute second, but when like that motherfucker was cutting his hair, Lawrence Fishburne, what's his name? Furious Styles, like that nigga didn't cut his hair the whole time, like that. Like, he still had the fucked up ass fade. That shit. I'm like, bro, like that ain't no cut. Like, and them niggas, all them niggas like 26, 27 years old, playing 18-year-olds and 16-year-olds. Yeah. But all that's being said, fucking Furious Styles did not cut that nigga's hair and whatever. Like, that nigga cut his hair for 2 minutes and then got mad at him and shit, talking about him fucking without a condom, man. That was some bullshit, man. Fuck that shit. Niggas never had no rightful fade. So, but my bad. I'm sorry. I apologize for going off the subject. But why, like Nia Long, man, you get 2 minutes to dedicate your time.
Man, I don't even know what you could say about that queen, man. Like, hey, man, if I had a text number, I just text every morning like Grand Rising Queen. Like,
you hit it with the Grand Rising. Speaking of Grand Rising, nigga, that shit. Oh my God, like, just say good morning, nigga. Like, god damn, like, why it's gotta be a goddamn, we biscuits in this bitch? Like, what the fuck? Like, you know, just say good morning and shit. Like, what the, that's, Ooh.
So I told somebody
Sorry,
at work,
man.
I told her I shoot her a Grand Rising IM like every morning, but then I was late and it was the afternoon, so I Googled like what's the Grand Rising version of Good Afternoon. It just said it was like Grand Afternoon, which I think is kind of lame. Feel like I gotta come up with something else, but that's just for everybody. Like if you miss your Grand Rising, just hit them with that Grand Afternoon. Like, but I'd hit Nia with any kind of grands. You know, Nia was just like, man, just beautiful, man. Like.
I know.
It just evolved like.
It was crazy. She came to the crib.
What you said? What?
Huh? What?
What?
Nothing.
Crib?
Keep going. Get your just do, man.
I just didn't know. Like I mean, you know. So now I'll be over at mine.
Wait, what?
No, don't worry about it, man. You'll get Sanaa in a 2 minute.
I get the Sanaa love.
Yeah, you get the Sanaa love. But you know, Nia, man, and she just as she progresses, man, and like you said, like I don't know if it's the babies that made that little, you know, that top part a little bit better, and you just see her, man. She just best man, all 8 of them.
Yeah,
you just see it, the TV series, man. You just like, man, I don't even know, man. Like if I gotta explain Nia to you, I don't like. People was on Halle, but man, Nia was the one for me. Like,
Halle was cool. I mean, what she showed her titties in? That was they said
Monsters Ball.
No, she showed it was the shit with Swordfish.
Yeah,
Swordfish. She got paid like $250K extra. And I was like, okay, Halle Berry titties.
Silverfish, yep.
Yeah, I was like, look at them titties. But yeah, I mean, Nia, Sanaa, Jill Scott. I mean, Jill Scott. Jilly from Philly. That's one of the main love interests.
Yep.
Love her ass. When she's doing that shit with the mic, you know, like she was kind of cool.
Rihanna's the young one.
Yeah, Rihanna. But you know, ASAP pushing as many in her as he can.
Yeah,
you got to get that just in case he get a severance package or something. So.
Something, man. He making sure he's set for life.
Yeah, man. That nigga probably working on the 3rd or 4th one. Shoot, they had one. I didn't even know it was coming. So
I thought they only had the 2.
Yeah. No, they had the second one, but the second one came out of nowhere.
No, you're right.
The second one was just like, here go a baby and shit. And like the first one we knew about, we saw the little baby lump, but the second one, shit. That nigga, they was fucking after like right after the baby came out and shit.
Yeah, right after. So slightly off topic. So you know you got Rihanna, of course, and she's with ASAP, and it's like you know if they break up, do you still rock with Rihanna? Because she, you know,
you talking about like loose vagina? What are we talking about?
Just then I'm going over to like Lauren London. She had the baby with Wayne, and you know Lauren, we was rocking with Lauren London, but then it's like, dang.
Wait, Lauren got a baby by Wayne?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I mean, because I feel like she ain't gonna fuck with no niggas after Nipsey and shit.
Nah, this was before Nipsey.
No, I'm saying I'm talking about
afterward.
Like, I don't know if I can go to Lauren no more. Like,
I don't know if I could have went to her after Wayne though.
Yeah, Wayne was a nasty nigga. And he do. And then was it Nivea? Got a baby by Nivea?
Yep.
Yeah, that nigga was.
Don't nobody care about Nivea.
Yeah, that nigga was. And what's the other chick? No, that's. Is that the week? Not the weekend. The Dream got the Christina.
Yeah, Milian. Yeah.
Okay. Is the Wayne got one by, or is that the Dream?
Has Christina Milian.
Oh, okay. Them niggas just impregnating motherfuckers as they could. Like,
they were, man.
All clubs.
Future got Sierra.
Yeah, yeah. Future got songs about her though. Yeah. Future got a lot of them though. So,
he do.
What he said? What he told the bitch? It's above me now. Like he was talking to somebody. I'm like, damn, shit. Hey, shit, but fuck, Russell Wilson, shit, that nigga football career is over. That nigga got one by Sierra now. He got a couple now.
Yeah, they married. So I mean, he's still winning. Look, I mean, he can be washed as a football player, but I mean, he still got the football money. He's still going home to Sierra. Now, I'm going home to some Lego sets and. Lego sets.
I got Legos. TV. I got Lego set sneakers and
yeah, got a couple pair of Jordans. Now that's what I'm going home to.
Okay.
I don't know, a riding lawnmower. I don't know any of that beat.
That's what I'm talking about. I got one of them hoes too.
Yeah, I don't know any of that beat.
I'm thinking about paying somebody to do that shit, man. That shit's so exhausting, nigga. I'm like, ugh.
That's how I feel, cause and you know how big my yard is. I'm like, I'm too old for this. I ain't too old, but I'm too lazy. I should say that. But I mean, I also don't have like a gang of money, but I might look into it next season.
Nigga, the more and more I'm spending money on shit, the more I'm like, nah, nigga, I just gotta pay somebody to do this shit. This shit's getting I'm spending more money because I bought the riding lawnmower, and that shit is just, I don't know, that shit crazy. I don't need to be out there doing this. Plus, it'd be cold as shit. So tell me this: how does City feel about the Lions right now? Because I be hearing stories and stuff like that, and sometimes you'll hear like not fair weather fans, but people just popping up, now they wearing their jerseys every week type of shit. Like, how's it been in the city?
I think you probably got people that's like popping up like just because they're successful, but man, you know the city, the city though, man, they be waiting for the lines to come up. So I think like it's like my barber is like
talking about waiting like 34 years waiting, or
like just waiting for them to come up. Like Raymond. Raymond loved the Lions every year.
Man, I fuck with the Lions. It's gonna
be that year.
But we are like we had with Megatron.
Yeah.
And it was just like damn, like can we get it right? Cause what's the dude? What's the dude from the went out to the Rams?
Stafford.
You know what I'm saying? Stafford had numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Outside of that, it just wasn't clicking.
Yeah, but now it's clicking. They got the defense. They got the offensive line. They got 2 dope running backs. Got a solid quarterback who, some people say is a game manager, which is cool. Joe Flacco got a ring with the Ravens being a game manager. But, I think Goff can, manage.
What's white dude? Kyle Orton got them niggas to the Super Bowl for the Bears and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, game manager. You know what I'm saying? So... But I just feel like it's dope to see that the city, to hear the energy.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's like wait a minute, like were y'all are you fan and I hate to be that person like the bandwagon stuff like that. Like be a fan to be a fan. You know what I'm saying? Like be for the city.
No, I think in Detroit, you're gonna always have the bandwagoners, but I think I just think about I've been here about 20 years now. You just the Lions. People don't always got up for them. Like the games, even when they haven't been winning, people will come out for them. Like it was always kind of support. Like the Lions, I remember used to be they have a stump. They might start off 4-0, 5-0. Fans hyped up like, oh man, this could be the year. Then they lose 7, 8 in a row. Fans like, dang, back to the old lines. I think this year, man, people you had that run last year. Last year, just during the playoffs, it seemed kind of crazy because I thought about if they made it to the Super Bowl, just going down to the watch party downtown. But I'm old and antisocial. I was like, I can't do that. I was like, if I go downtown, I ain't gonna get back home till 4 in the morning. And so I was just like, nah, I wasn't gonna do it. But you just see the energy. You see. I feel like you do see a lot more Lions jerseys, but
that's cool. Respect it. I do like to see people following. It's just sometimes we want to see that energy when you losing too.
Yeah, and that's what I said. I think they've had that energy. I know what you're saying because I think about I'm trying to think about others.
Because people always hit me and they be like, "Who's your favorite team?" I'll be like, the Lions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They were like, well, they ain't doing nothing. I'm like, well, whatever happens, I like Kansas City Chiefs, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I like the Lions first. And I like San Francisco 49ers, the third favorite team. But it's always been the Lions number one.
Yeah.
So I'm always rooting, and it just depends. Because, sometimes even with sports, it's harder, or I want to say it's harder, but in NBA, it's become harder to root for teams just because it's based off of organizations, right?
Yeah.
Rather than, NFL, it's, 11 players on the field figuring it out at one time. So it's easier to okay, y'all, we got this piece, we can root for that particular team. But it's hard to be a fan of Cleveland if LeBron ain't there.
Yeah, I think basketball is more about the individual superstars. I think wherever LeBron go, fans gonna go. They were Cleveland fans, then they were Miami, then they were back to Cleveland, then they were back to the Lakers. I think it's there's because I'm a Piston fan. I rock with the Pistons. When they down, I acknowledge they down, but when they come up, I'll be back up and hey, if the Pistons were to somehow make it to the playoffs, I'm rooting for them. Right now in that little League Cup, I think they 2-1. And I told my boy, John, man, I won't put no faith in the Pistons this year after last season. I was like, man, it's just gonna go what it was gonna go. I wasn't gonna follow it, man. But then I see they got a 7-8 record. They like 9. Like if they get in the League Cup and they get like close to where like they can be playing in Vegas, man, I'm gonna be rooting for them. Now if they go up against Denver, they might get rocked. But when they go up against Denver, I'm gonna be rooting for them. Whoever in the League Cup.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm a Pistons fan. But I'm a Pistons fan. Look, so
are you?
Yeah, I'm a Pistons.
Are you? Because I mean, you was rocking with Jordan.
Yeah, I fuck with Jordan.
You all, like you be having stuff on the side of your lips with Jordan. I remember.
Is that dick? Is that dick residue? Let me see.
And I remember. That
don't look like dick.
It is.
Oh, okay. Got to make sure and shit. Wasn't sure if it was nut or if it was just the pre-com on my mouth.
No, it was the whole thing.
Okay.
And I remember in 2004, you made a bet with me that they was gonna lose to the Lakers.
I did. And I lost.
You did.
And that was a bet that anybody would have taken until Karl Malone got hurt in 15 points. 15 points went away in 7 rebounds.
So that wasn't it.
That wasn't it?
Nah, the Pistons just a better team.
I mean,
the first 5-game sweep in NBA history.
What?
First 5-game sweep. It would have been a sweep if Kobe ain't get lucky and hit that
3-point.
Yeah. Would have been locked up in Denver. So no, let me take shots at the dead. So I mean, but yeah, okay, you a Piston fan. We'll go with it. You a Piston fan. I mean, I ain't knowing you to really root for
03 was crazy for Kobe, man. 03 was crazy. Denver was wild.
Yeah, it was. Look, we can't invite Kobe on the podcast to defend that.
Yeah,
so
man.
We'll leave it be.
You know, it is what it is, man. I truly respect it. I had to grow to respect Kobe game because he was too goddamn brash for me at one point in time. But, you know.
When you going to come around on Rondo?
Man, fuck Rondo, nigga. I don't fuck with that nigga. Like, that nigga's terrible to me. Nigga, 14 assists and fucking... He's not... I ain't going to compare him to him, but, like, he had 14 assists and 4 points. Like, nah, nigga, fuck that. That's terrible.
Hey, that's like Dennis Rodman.
Nigga's talking about All-Star. Not All-Star, but Hall of Fame. That nigga's not a Hall of Fame player.
Probably not, but I don't know the criteria for the Hall, so I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, you can do his numbers ain't that bad. I mean, I'm talking about like his numbers as far as like leading the league in assists.
Yeah.
I think he got 4 All-Stars, 3 or 4 All-Stars, 2 championships.
Who's this other one with all the Lakers?
The Lakers.
That's right.
2 championships. And he had some good playoff runs. I mean, when he was putting up like numbers. Yeah. So I mean, I wouldn't put it past him, but honestly, I just don't feel like his significance on the 08 team was as significant as people would put it. Like I think he averaged like 6 points and like 5 assists or something. It was like very low. And he was like I say, but then again, I mean, that was his second year. You know, I wouldn't expect him to be that much, but you know, I just don't like him. And I remember he had a picture with a fan from Cleveland. And the fan had on a "fuck LeBron" T-shirt, and he was like kind of just shining in the photo. I'm like, nigga, nah, man, like, so. No,
it's cool. I mean, I got my handful of NBA players I hate too. So, and some of them are a lot. I hate Scottie Pippen, and Rondo's a lot of talent. Because Scottie is just like, for one, he played on the Bulls. Mm-hmm. So, like, I mean, I was a Bad Boys Piston fan, but like now,
you be a fan of Scottie and the Bulls?
No.
I mean, okay.
I can't. I mean, you can, but I can't.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I was a diehard Piston fan. Mike kept Isaiah off the Dream Team. And Scottie now, my thing with Scottie now is like Scottie talks.
Scottie a hoe.
I
don't fuck with Scottie.
And
but I'm saying like I don't hate him like I hate Rondo.
No, see, and I do. My hatred for Scottie Pippen probably exceeds my hatred for Duke basketball now because see, Scottie comes out and talks like he's Mike. Like Scottie has made comments about like
he rode that what you call it, that cart or that train with Jordan. Yeah. I mean, we know for sure.
And it's like, Scottie, you can't really. Mike can talk, and Mike don't really talk about Isaiah that much. He had that little. What was Last Dance joint? Mm-hmm. But Scottie get out and talk. Like I think Scottie, when they did this Dream Team documentary, he said like, no, nobody wanted Isaiah. That the way he framed it like Scottie actually had a vote on whether Isaiah was on the team or not. And it's like, Really, Scotty?
Yeah. No, Scotty didn't have no pull. Like, honestly, I feel like Jordan, and I still don't think that Jordan specifically kept them off. I think it was a group decision on keeping Isaiah off, and everybody won't speak up to it, and they just say since Jordan was the point person, that since he didn't want him, everybody else kind of, fell in line. But I'll say this about Scotty. I think Scotty was only on that team because of Jordan.
I believe that.
So it's just, I'll put it like this. Zeke, 92 team. Zeke should have been over there or been on that team over John Stockton maybe. John Stockton had some crazy numbers though. Yeah, but over John Stockton, over Scotty, over Larry Bird.
Probably Chris Mullin. Chris Mullin was nice.
Chris Mullin was nice. But I mean, it's an argument for Chris Mullin or Scottie Pippen. Isaiah or Chris Mullin. Chris Mullin should have been over there over Scotty.
Yeah.
But Chris Mullin, it's like a toss-up between him and Isaiah.
Yeah.
Because it was 92, and you look at the Olympics, and the last time the Pistons had won was in 89 or 89-90 season, where a lot of people don't even recognize Isaiah too. And I want to give you the opportunity to give 2 minutes to that. But one thing that was like people fail to realize how good Isaiah was. Isaiah, he finished second that year in the MVP voting in 90. You know what I'm saying? But it's like everything gets tarnished based off of Bad Boy Pistons, whereas that was just essentially the game how the game was played at that point in time. So it was just kind of weird when they say, "Oh well, they was just rough," and this is one thing I love. I fuck with Jordan like that, but I just think like they shouldn't literally like they give excuses on why he won and why he lost. Yeah. It's like, oh well, he lost because the Pistons was beating him up. He lost because he ain't had a team yet. He lost because of blah blah blah. But and people say, well, 6-0. I'm like, well, no, it's 6-15. Like, I mean, he didn't win 9 years while he was in the league, and you don't expect anyone to. But you look at Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson won 5 years. He went to the finals 9 years and only played 13 seasons.
Right.
Or you got that whack-ass 96 season where he came back for like 10 games. But other than that, it's just like you realize the greatness of some of these players. Hell, you got fucking Larry Bird and this is where, this whole GOAT conversation is like, well, how do you rank that? I mean, Larry Bird won the MVP of the league 84, 85, and 86.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and they were winning. And he made that team that much better. And I mean, well, nobody really fucking with McHale or Parrish at that point in time. Like that team, when he got there, they started winning, and it was just literally up to Magic or the Lakers, Boston, or Philly. You in the Pistons, you take them out of the 80s, and nobody wins championships. Like that's literally all of the championships in the 80s. So I mean, but fast forward. I mean, Jordan, in the 90s did his thing. He won 6 out of the 10. You got Jordan winning the 6. You got Houston winning 2. And then you got
the Lakers wrapping up.
Right. So it's just intriguing that San Antonio won in 99, right?
Yeah. The Lakers won 2000, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you got...
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so it's just always interesting to see that, how it's looked at, that the excuse was that, he didn't have this team. Scotty was young. Scotty had the migraine, blah, blah, blah. And they'll say, well, LeBron, he went to the finals, 10 times? And, it's like, shit. I mean, Golden State won no joke.
No.
I mean,
the first time he went...
Yeah, San Antonio won no joke.
Nah, that's why
they shouldn't have been there. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, it was just a good ass. I mean, LeBron literally carried him. I mean, who was the second leading scorer was what's the Booby Gibson and shit, whatever, or Daniel Gibson, whatever.
I can't remember who was that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, and fucking Ilgauskas, and I think was it Mo Williams the next year? I can't remember, but what's the nigga from St. Louis that was in the Nelly video.
The ER?
Huh?
The ER?
Huh?
You said nigger, like the ER?
I said ER? No, I didn't say ER. I
Yes,
said
you
nigga. I hit it with the hard ER. I'm sorry. What's the nigga that's from St. Louis? What's my guy?
Larry Hughes?
Yeah, Larry Hughes. Yeah, he had got hurt in 2007. I hit it with the ER. That's funny. Fuck them niggers. But nah, he had got hurt that playoffs, but they still made it to the finals. Yeah. And, you know, and that only one I ever say that LeBron didn't, you know, do what technically he should have been doing was the 2011 one with Miami. Was it?
Miami and Dallas?
Yeah.
No, was it Dallas?
Yeah, 2011, 2010, 2011 season. You know what I'm saying? I think he averaged like maybe 18 points or something like that. And it was one game he had like, I think 8 points, you know, so. But, you know, I felt like that was just kind of a situation where he was diverting and they didn't know who team it was and if it's Wade's.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was our first year, right?
Yep. So, but it's stuff like that, I mean, we don't give LeBron excuses, but we give Jordan all the excuses, and I think that's...
Y'all do, man.
Y'all? Who in the fuck is y'all?
Y'all, man. You know, I don't shoot...
Who in the fuck is him?
I don't shoot Jordan no kind of bell.
Nah, man, we don't get... Like, I feel like niggas is just dope. Like, all them other... Like, the San Antonio team, 2014, them Golden State teams was just some tough teams to beat, and that's just what it was. I mean, that's literally who took all the rest of the championships. Yeah. So
Golden State and San Antonio.
Yeah. So let me revert back to that. So give your... are you okay with giving your little 2-minute spill dedication to Isaiah?
Man, I feel like we just did that though. But you know, I'll give it to I'll
give it to him, man. Fuck it. Give the people what they want. So who's that? Roscoe?
So this is what I remember. I ain't watch a lot of basketball, like for real. And I remember it was '89, and I was watching. It was like April. I was watching the Bulls and Pistons game, and like I was trying to decide who I should root for. I was like, because you know you knew about Michael Jordan, and then like, but you know we here in Michigan, so I remember I see the Coke bottles with Isaiah on them. And finally I decided I'm in Michigan, Detroit. I got to root for the Pistons, and then what happened? Cartwright, they coming back up court. Cartwright take a swing at Isaiah. Isaiah turn around, just start swinging on Cartwright. That's a man.
Big 7-foot ass.
Man, yeah. Isaiah
nigger.
Like 6'1".
Isaiah's 6'1" nigger.
Man, I turned around like I fell asleep, but I woke up. I read the newspaper the next day to see what won, and that was a championship year. So I'm like, oh, they look like they can win a championship. And from that point on, man, I followed the Pistons, man. And it was Isaiah. I was a big Rodman fan too. I loved Rodman, but Isaiah to me, man, like. The best Piston of all time. Like, I think he's one of the best little big men to play the game. Like, I think, like you said, I think people don't always recognize, like, Isaiah sacrificed his stats. Like, Isaiah could have probably easily been a 20-point scorer, but, like, you know, he sacrificed.
What, like 19 and 9 or something like that for his career?
19 and 9, yeah. He just, but when they needed somebody to come up in the clutch, like, you think about that 88 finals, man, like, bum-ass ankle, man, he put up 25 in the third.
Just
like,
a quarter, yeah.
I remember that game one against Portland in 90. Like, he... You know, they kind of struggling or whatever, man. Like, you look around, Isaiah all of a sudden leading them back to, like, come back and win game one. It was, I think, somewhere like 86, 87 playing the Knicks. Man, like 16 points in like 94 seconds. Like, man, Isaiah could put it up. But then, like, man, it's just like now, like, you see some of these videos out now with the ball handling skills. I'm like, you know, Kyrie nice with it and everything, but Isaiah was like,
Zeke
you see some of those things.
Like,
yeah, and this one All-Star game where, man, Isaiah threw a bounce pass from half court. Like, he threw it and bounce at half court and get to it. Like, Isaiah was nice. And, like, I think, like you said, I think it's them being the bad boy Pistons. I think, like, that Isaiah gets the bad rap. I think, like, some of his fellow players ain't rock with him. But I'm like, man, like, just what we was talking about, man. Like, if you actually go from the 80s to, like, 2000, the only teams that won chips were, like, the Sixers got that one, like in 80 or 81, but then you got the Lakers, you got the Celtics, you got the Spurs. I said up to 2000. Like, you only, and then the Pistons coming in with their two, Houston coming in with their two, man. Like, man, people can say, like, Isaiah was like, I don't know, an asshole on the court or like all that, but you know who ain't got a ring? Reggie Miller, Patrick Ewing, Karl Malone, John Stockton, like all these dudes who is y'all great, like they ain't got rings. But Isaiah he went through Boston, he went through the Lakers, he went through the early Bulls. Like Isaiah got rings. Isaiah got 2 rings. Like, so Yeah, he might not make the Olympic team and all that, man. But Isaiah got 2 rings, and man, Isaiah come back to Detroit, man. Like, man, Isaiah eat for free here in Detroit anytime he come through. Like, Isaiah get the love of Detroit like it ain't nothing. And I be listening to the Knuckleheads podcast with Darius Miles and Quentin Richardson. And like I don't really pay attention. But I realized like, man, the Chicago ball players got love for Isaiah because of course he's from there. But you would have thought that like, man, people how you think Jordan came through and took the city from Isaiah, and like, but not like them the Hoopers, they still got love for Isaiah. So man, to me Isaiah he don't get the love they deserve. I even go like even at the executive level, like, man, he drafted Damon Stoudemire, he had designed Marcus Camby, T-Mac, like, like. People not going to
held him at the coaching level when he was coaching Indiana.
Yeah.
He was, the only missteps I can say that he's had in his career is really the Knicks. And I just don't think, I feel like he was maybe under pressure to get certain players. Because honestly, I feel like Stephon Marbury kind of gave up. So I feel like he was on the downside of his career. And honestly, I was looking at some of those stat lines like years ago. It's like every point guard that Stephon Marbury was traded for, they did better in that series, in that year, and he did worse in that year. So literally everywhere he went, he made the teams worse. Yeah, he might have had the stats, but that's crazy. It's just like, you take him away from New Jersey and you add Jason Kidd. And in the finals
2 times in a row,
so it's just those stuff like that, that you got to pay attention to. Sometimes players could be your downfall, know. But yeah, that's interesting because I fuck with Zeke. Like I said, the only missteps I can literally say within his career was the Knicks, and then the Olympics, and even the other Olympics that he couldn't win up. That was what 80. I think that was when we had the lockout or whatever, or the boycott or whatever. Yep. So it's those stuff like that I care less about it. The Olympics used to not hold as much of significance anyway in the past. Yeah. Nobody was watching Jordan 84 or fucking, I think Lonzo Mourning was on the 88, or Dave Robinson was on the 88 one.
Right, yeah.
But, wasn't nobody paying attention to the college students at that point in time playing the game. So it's just a little bit interesting, when people think that, oh, well, now we have to win gold. Because even that bronze... that bronze 2004. Here we go, Stephon Marbury again. He's on that team. Yeah, and it's just like we just couldn't get it together. We had all the young guns just sitting on the bench, and like I told you, to this day, I really don't like Larry Brown, and to this day I don't fuck with him because I don't know what he was trying to do with that team. But you talking Amari Stoudemire, you talking LeBron, you talking Dwayne Wade, you talking Melo. Yep. You know what I'm saying? All like players that get their recognition, and eventually, I don't know if Amari played. No, Amari didn't play in 2008. But all the rest of them, lauded as Olympians. But that 2004 thing, honestly, that's the only knock you can really say on Tim Duncan. Because Tim Duncan, I saw some stat line with him and Shaq. Like I posted it earlier today, and I was like, damn, I didn't realize both of them played the same amount of years. But Tim Duncan's numbers are way better, more championships, more MVPs in general. So
Tim Duncan, man, that little Olympic run, man, Larry Brown, man, he scared Tim Duncan off the Olympics, man. Tim Duncan was like, I'll never play the Olympics again, and he didn't. He had that one joint, Larry Brown messed that squad up, man.
Yeah.
Dang.
So let me ask this question. This is a little bit pivot, then we can check out. But one thing I always wondered, why is it? And this is hip hop. Why is it always like Kendrick?
Flowers.
Huh?
Oh, go ahead.
You said what about
Keith
the flowers?
Murray don't get his flowers, but go ahead.
Oh, Keith Murray? Oh,
no. That's not a topic.
Oh,
go ahead.
Keith Murray, nigga. Nigger. Why is it always pointed to Kendrick, Drake, and J. Cole? Why can't we? Because we look at music, right? And I hate to say back in my day, but we had all these different artists. Say for instance, from '93 when you have the Wu and Snoop. We was talking about this the other day. It's like I listened to both of them just the same, but it was Wu-Tang and Snoop, 2 totally different types of sounds.
Right.
And then you had Dre along with Snoop. Then you had the West Coast cats like with MC8, Tribe Called Quest, Nas, Jay-Z came around in 96, Biggie in 94, Tupac with 91.
Too Short was out there. It was like
you
watched
NWA.
Rap City. You watched Rap City back then, and you got to what you're saying. You got like an eclectic mix, like you got like all these different sounds, and it was okay to rock with any of them. Like I think if you were on a particular coast, then like you just felt compelled to go west or east. But here in the Midwest, man, like we was in high school, man. We rocked with the Wu, we rocked with Death Row, we rocked with the Native Tongues crew with De La and all of them. You rocked with them. Chicago, we were rocking with Common. Down south, you talking about Scarface and Rap a lot, but you got Twisted, but like you got people that's rocking with 8-Ball and MJG. Like, and then even up here in Detroit, like I remember, going away to college, the people talking about Esham, because this was before M popped up, but people talk about Esham, like so we had Breed out in Flint.
Shoot, Dayton Family.
Yeah, I was about to say Dayton Family, and like I guess what you're trying to go at is like that. Now it seems like on a national level, we look at like those three kind of get mentioned. I feel like now like hip hop is more like I don't know how to word it. Like it's like at a national level now,
or groupthink,
like kind of like a groupthink, and that feeling that you have to choose one, like that feeling like you can't be a fan of Cole, Drake, and Kendrick. Like you almost have to choose one, and this was even before like. They, just did the little battle thing. You almost felt compelled to like choose and everything, and like I rocked with all three of them. Like all three of them can like have had hits that I rock with, but like I don't know, man. I think this era, like this generation, like I just think the way hip hop is now, man, you're forced to like they make you think you have to like pick a side, and you don't necessarily. You shouldn't have to pick a side. You should just be able to rock with. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But
that's the one thing I hate is that you can't like one without the other. Or I mean, you can't like one and like the other one as well. Yeah. It's like why you got to pick sides. Like I remember hitting you up when Hit 'Em Up came out, and it had the little tape maxi single, whatever. And I went to Warehouse Records and grabbed it, and I mailed it to you. But I was like, but I listened to it, and I was like, yo, this song is crazy, And I went on and shipped it. We used it at Grand Valley. I was at Michigan State, and it was just like who you like, Pac or Biggie? And I was like, I like both of them. Like I fucks with both of their music. Like the music is just different, dope to me in general. Like I mean, I like All Eyes on Me. You know what I'm saying? Just as much as I like Ready to Die, Life After Death, or anything like that. I just like music as a whole. Like it didn't matter if. If it was like I didn't have to claim sides, like shit, we in the middle, like like I said, I mean, Common, I fucked with Cube, but then Common came out with Bitchin' You. I like Bitchin' You, you know what I'm saying? But I still fuck with Cube. I didn't really fuck with West Side Connection just because I felt like that was kind of divisive as far as the music. It was like almost like we can't fuck with y'all because we over here. It's like nah, we still like y'all, and I felt like Tupac was doing that a little bit, but I still felt like Tupac was still he understood that. You can't do it without the East Coast. And I've seen him express that in interviews. And I'm like, well, he's still like, whether it's, songs with East Coast artists, like he still, was the One Nation shit that he was doing with the boot camp. It was just like, he still understood that this is a global thing. It's not just West Side till I die, So with all that being said, it's just always weird to hear like picking sides. I've never been with picking sides or saying that this side is better than the other because then you miss out on both of it. I mean, I get the competitive competition. I get the competition, but I don't think it makes sense to like I can like Drake and I can like Kendrick. Yeah. I don't have to just like one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like I can like them for
today.
Yeah,
so we fans at the end of the day.
It's
so
music.
We just
like
whatever.
Them niggas don't do nothing for me. Like shoot, like
and like if you drop a dope diss track, I'm gonna rock with it. Like if you take shots and you hit some bars, I'm gonna be like, damn, that shit was kind of hard. There's no artist I'm really like so invested in that like if another rapper came at him and dropped some dope bars that I'd be like I'd be like, damn, you got him. Like
or it ends their career. Because like, I mean, I'm not even a Meek Mill fan, but I still listen to a Meek song.
Yeah, he's about something dope. Yeah,
like
and I ain't gonna be
that song. But other than that, nah. Like, I'm not gonna say, well, Drake ended him, so I'm not gonna mess with him, or Pusha T ended Drake, so I'm not go fuck with him. I just like good music as a whole, and same thing with sports too, so.
But sports, I'm a little bit more biased.
I mean, it's okay. It's all good to have your bias, But I just like to see the Lions where they at right now. That's good. I mean, hopefully Super Bowl bound, and we'll see moving forward. I mean, it's gonna be a bunch of buffs wherever the Super Bowl is at this year in New Orleans. It's gonna be crazy. It's like
them boys them Detroiters be traveling now. Like, excuse me, when they played in Houston, they was showing clips on Facebook of like, man, I'm like, but you look out there in the crowd, man, all you see is that Honolulu blue. Mm-hmm. Like, damn, y'all traveling like a mug. Like,
I almost went. Like, literally, it's like only reason I didn't go. I had some shit to do, like in Atlanta. Literally, that was the only reason why I didn't go. But I was literally planning on going.
I just need to know the ones that are going to multiple games, traveling to multiple games. I need to know what they do for a living and put me on.
Yeah,
because
them Super Bowl tickets go hit for at least 10 or 15,000.
Yeah,
at least,
man.
That's why I was telling you, like, I think we could afford WrestleMania, but I don't know if I could afford the
Ain't no Super Bowl happening. Nah, like, your plan for the Super Bowl, you just want to be down in the city, if anything. Like, if you trying to go to the game, like, nah, you're right. The tickets are going to be ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Last year would have been nice because, the Woo, that was when the Woo did their first
residency,
like during Super Bowl, but I wasn't even thinking about it and everything. But I know somebody though who did happen. I think he thought about going to the Super Bowl if the Lions made it, but they didn't. But I guess he still went to Vegas and he's checked out the Woo. Yeah. I was like, oh, that was dope. But yeah, that's the kind of thing where, man, like you just want to be in the area, like in the city, like because if you in the city and it happened, but I don't know if you up here in Detroit when. The city gonna probably go crazy. I don't think I want to be downtown because
it depends. Because remember we came down when the Pistons won, and it was everybody was just chilling.
Yeah. No, I ain't even saying like crazy. Like as far like I'm like not saying crazy as far as like things get involved, violent or anything like violent or anything like that. I'm talking like, man, if I drive downtown for the Super Bowl and go to the watch party, and they probably win or lose. Man, I probably ain't gonna be able to get out of downtown.
Oh, you talking because of the traffic and shit? Yeah.
Till like 2, 3 in the morning.
Nigga, like I went to, I was in Chicago, and motherfucking Bad Bunny was performing at the motherfucking what's the shit for the Bears? I can't think of the stadium right now. I'll think of the shit in a second.
I know.
But they was playing at the Bears Stadium, and nigga, I can get in and out of the city to my hotel. You was there when we went for the 50 shit. No, was that the,
oh, that was
when I got stuck outside of the stadium. We was there together.
That was going on.
Yeah, Bad Bunny. That was Bad Bunny. I couldn't get back into the city for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And that was just because I had to go outside and then Soldier Field. I don't know why I couldn't think of this shit, but I couldn't get back in the city. Nigga, that's Bad Bunny, nigga. We talking about motherfucking a Super Bowl. When's the last time Detroit won a Super Bowl?
1860.
Damn shit.
Like the 1950s or something.
Pushing carts and shit to the motherfucker. Oh shit.
Man, I know you down there in Atlanta. I know when the Dream won the WNBA championship, y'all probably gonna go up for that, ain't y'all?
Nah, nigga.
Y'all gonna go crazy when the WNBA win
the Atlanta Dream.
Yeah.
I am not about to watch these niggas shoot a bunch of backboard shots.
Man, you gonna be in the parade and everything.
Nah, nigga. Hey, I brought my Caitlin Clark shirt just in case the shit with me. Whatever. I was gonna wear it, but I was like, fuck it, I wore my B shirt instead.
Oh man, you should have rocked Caitlin Clark like.
Nah, I'm cool.
Show your support for
I'm aware. It's a little big. You got me extra large, nigga. And I got slimmed up and shit. Lost a little bit of weight.
Well, you told me you wore extra large.
I said a large.
No, you didn't, man.
Nigga, I ain't want an extra large in like 3 years.
Nah, then they should.
If anything, I'd have told you a medium at that point in time because my shit be tight. My titties be popping.
Man, just wear that as like crop tie. Do it like a little crop tie.
Have my belly out?
Yeah, have your belly out, man. Just tie it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Cool. Well, all right, y'all. Thank you for sitting with us. Drop the podcast soon. Glad that I was able to get a chance to make this happen since I came to the city. It's my boy Ed. We've known each other for years. It's good to see him. We go try to keep it consistent and going throughout the rest of the year and next year as well. So thank you all. Reality or Not podcast. Talk to you soon.
Bye.